Hey everybody, it's Queen Jelly here, and just a quick intro before we get started. This is going to be my New Year's video. This is showing all of my collection that I've collected so far this year. I've officially been collecting for about 5 months, but my first doll, you'll see I got about 7 months ago. That's 2 dolls that we'll talk about when we get there. But in the last 5 months, this is the collection I've accumulated. I will be doing all of the dolls in one video. However, I will do my best to put timestamps in the description down below so that it will segment, so that way if you only want to see a particular collection, you can just skip to there. Also, if you see any dolls that are here, with the exception of the boxed ones, they all have a review that I've already recorded. Or even the box ones, if any of these dolls that you see coming up you really want to see a review for but you haven't seen on my channel yet, let me know in the comments down below and I will try and get those posted up next. But other than that, oh, and the next clip you're going to see is a clip that I actually recorded last night before I was sure how I was doing this. So that's going to go here, and then when we get done with that, we're going to go over the rest of my LOL collection. All right. In the first portion here, since this is what I have pulled out, is my LOL OMG collection. So I have my LOL surprise minis on this little stand here, and then behind are my OMG tweens and teens, or my OMG and my tweens. Those are two. They're not. Anyway, so this display I actually got from a Goodwill. As you can see, they actually had 2 of them. I only picked up the one because I don't have a lot of the minis, and I don't really plan on getting a lot of minis, other than I was still hoping to get some more of the mini suites. So these 4 down here are the 4-pack, or the technically 8-pack. I keep calling it 4-pack when I'm writing the stuff down, but it's a 4-pack for the remix collection. So this was the big set that came in the like it was the holiday set for that year. I believe it's still actually at my Walmart, which is kind of crazy, even though I'm pretty sure that these are from like last Christmas time, if not the year before. I don't know, but I got these a while ago. But this is Metal Chick, Ferocious. No, I'm getting, those are the adult names. I'm getting them mixed up. No, yeah. So this is Metal Babe, Fierce, Baddie, and Goo Goo Queen. Goo Goo Queen actually only has 1 shoe, so I just display her without any shoes on, because she only had 1 shoe, and at the time, I wasn't really comfortable with, and actually no, that's a lie. I did try to make a claim, but I did it incorrectly, so I did not ever get a replacement for her, but it's okay. She's the kind of OMG that wouldn't wear shoes anyway, so it's fine. And actually right now, I actually set this up specifically for this video. I'm not actively displaying my littles because I don't really have room for them, so I've just been storing them because this is actually really cool. This actually folds down, and you can fit 1 in each of these segments, and then this actually can collapse back in, and then on the back side here is actually another like compartment, which is where I store the majority of them. Oops. And then these ones here are my sweets collection. So this is the Peep, the reason I collected it, which I actually got in the Prize-O-Matic. So this is the bigger set, not the little balls. And I got her the first one, so I don't need any more of these, but I'm still looking for the Peep in this set. I actually have a second of the of this one here, Pigtails, I believe her name is. Yeah, it's just Pigtails. I have a second one of her. She still lives up in the ball up there because I haven't decided what I want to do with her yet. But then I have Mystery QT. I have Miss Smiles. And yeah, those are the 3 I have for that set. And I think she's called like Yellow. I think she's just called Yellow Chick. That's the yellow peeps one from that set. I'm waiting for them to go on more sale before I get them. And then this is Diva. So Diva was part of the original collection, but this one I actually got for 707. So when they released the Fierce dolls, they did a re-release of the mystery minis individual, so you knew which ones they were, of the 4 core girls, little sisters. So I got the Lady Diva to go with my Lady Diva set, because I have the Fierce doll, I have the regular doll, and then I got the mini, so that I had all 3 versions of Diva. And then this one is actually my first OMG. So I actually bought her off of eBay, but I paid about $10 for her, and she had all of her stuff, so she was about the same as a regular mystery mini, and I didn't have to worry about the mysteries, especially because they were out of production. And then I have this one. This is also this is also drag racer. Yes. So this one came from the I Spy series, and then this one came with the car that is down here that we will look at in a little bit. I have to unbury it. But yeah, so that is literally all that I have for the LOL OMG minis, the regular size ones, or the original size ones. I think I said it, but I'll say it again just to make sure. This is the first one that I ever got. Got her off eBay because I wanted the RuPaul inspired character, and so I wanted her little and her big one, and then that turned into all the other OMGs that I have, which actually, so these are my LOL mini surprise, or mini family surprises actually. So I have the Sweets family, and then I have these 2, which I cannot remember their names off the top of my head, but I have these 2 that came like this. It was the 2 of them and their 2 pets. And then I also have this one up here. So I actually do have a video on this where I got the store display, and I have not taken them out of there yet. I think I'm going to end up keeping them. I wasn't sure at first. I was going to take them out just so that I had, because I didn't ever get this set, but I've been using this area here actually to hold my nananas, so I probably will, at least for now, continue to keep them the way that they are. The mini Sweets doll here, I usually actually have full-size Sweets. I usually have her holding the rest of them kind of live in here. This is like an accessories box that I have for just random doll accessories, mostly LOL OMG, some rainbow high legs, and this is from Mermaid High, and this is from the Art Squad. So this is kind of a combination of a bunch of different dolls. Oh, those are the black lights for my 2 different lights dolls. Maybe I should, nah, we'll play with that later. Oh, there's my stickers from my candy collection of dolls. So these are the only 2 OMGs I still have in the box. I got these, I was gonna do like a weekend opening the 2 like trans flag color characters, but I just haven't. I got both of them on sale, and I just haven't had the time. There's been a lot of exciting new releases that keep coming up, and I know I'm gonna love both of these dolls, but there's been a lot, and then they've been sitting in my living room in my pile of things that need to get unboxed, so I keep kind of forgetting about them. Now here are my out of box ones that I have. This is Pop BB. I really like her because she reminds me a lot of the kind of music that like my mom likes. So she like reminds me of my mom a lot. She's very Madonna, very Cyndi Lauper. Like I love her. I love her like Walk BB, her little Walkman, I think is great. And one of the other things I love about her, besides like her super cute like pink crimped hair, I love the back of her jacket. So she has this like Illuminati on the back of her jacket, and I just think that's just fabulous. And then I also have, let's see, this was my first OMG. So this is from the Lights collection, just like I was talking about in the OMG selection section. I started collecting OMGs because of this character, because she is very clearly RuPaul inspired and is very much into RuPaul and Drag Race. I actually have not seen the last couple of seasons, but that's why I wanted her, because she just reminds me so much of RuPaul and like the RuPaul statue that they get at the end, and like I just think she's fabulous. Again, she is from the Lights collection, so she does have some neon colors to her. She has the black light hairspray can, so that in the black light she's supposed to show up brighter. I don't believe she had anything like super secret hidden on her you could only see in the black light. But she's one of the older ones, so she has this funky stand that actually came with a seat, which is very interesting, especially because their knees, they have the click joint knees, so they don't bend well enough to actually sit in a seat. So I thought that was an interesting choice. Since she's right here, we're gonna go ahead and grab Miss Independent. So Miss Independent is actually wearing a jacket from a different character. I don't remember which character that is. I think it might be Busy BB. So I got these 4 in a series 4 4-pack. I actually got them at Target. They were on sale. So I was really getting it for Busy BB over here, like, because originally when I was collecting the OMGs, I wanted the kind of like inspired by celebrity or like specific thing type of dolls. So I wanted her because, you know, she's supposed to be inspired by Rosie the Riveter. And at the time, she was very expensive in her single pack. Like, trying to get her online was super expensive. It was actually cheaper, especially with the Target sale, to get the 4-pack of these dolls than it was to get just Busy BB by herself. So that's why I ended up with the 4-pack, which ended up working out really well because I also really love Candylicious, and she's also a really hard to find doll. Miss Independent I like more now with the jean jacket on. I didn't really like her original outfit design. Like, I'm not a super fan of this like swim top. And Alt Girl, as much as I should like her, she's not really my favorite. I think it might just be the yellow and black like beehive hair that doesn't really, in my opinion, go very well with like the pink. I love the ideas of her. I love that her name is even on her shirt. Like, I like a lot about her, but honestly, these two are pretty weak for me. I wish she had more than just a little bit of micro braids, but I'm glad she at least has the little bit of micro braids here up in her Bentu bun. And like I said, I do like her a lot better with the jean jacket than I did without it, so. Also Candylicious here, like I said, is one of my favorites. Her arm's sitting like this because usually she's holding her mini self. Boop, like that. There you go. I love her earrings. I did not know at the time that they are inspired by a different MGA product, but I think that's so cool that they are, I think they're called Nom Noms or something like that. There's something, they're little, they don't really make them anymore, but they're these little mystery figures, and I think that's so cute when they like incorporate other like lines into other doll lines. I don't know how else to say it. Other toy lines in with other doll lines. So her shoes are super cute. I cannot wait for her OMG doll. I definitely need her Fierce doll. That's what I mean. Oh, her backpack. That's why she's not sitting on the stand properly. There we go. Okay. I was like, why is she not fitting? She has to sit on sideways to fit her backpack. So there's her adorable backpack, which her minifig even has. I love the minifigs because they're actually articulated, which is like insane. But yeah, they're sweet. She's one of my favorites. If you guys have watched my other videos, in the corner here, in that car, that's the Lights car that goes with her. So she's usually sitting in there with Busy BB, because I just feel like they make a good set in the car. They fit well with the car. So there's the 4-pack, and then I have Moonlight BB, because of course I had to get the Goth Girls. I actually somehow managed to lose her skinnier clip, so that's why she doesn't stay very well on her stand. She's actually been sitting on the white stand from Speedster. Is that? Yeah, Speedster. I always get the junior and the, yeah, I always get their names, her and her little sister's names mixed up because they're very similar. But so Speedster, oh, she's been standing on, I was like, where was I going with that? She's been standing on Speedster stand, because it actually fits her body. But this is Moonlight BB. She's my little, like, goth queen. She reminds me a lot of, like, Wednesday Addams, like, all grown up type of thing. Actually, for a while, I had her with the black and white striped shirt underneath that actually came with Sweets Babe. But then I gave that black and white suit to Heather Grayson for my Rainbow High Dolls for a swimsuit photo shoot that I did, because I did Heather with the 3 Pacific Coast dolls that I have, so I kind of like gave her that swimsuit. So then this, I believe, is her original outfit back. It came back to her. But as you can see, Spicy Babe is actually not wearing her original shirt. This white shirt is actually from Spirit Queen. But yeah, so this is these ones. And I love her little shoes. She has these little flock shoes, which are super cute. And then in her bag is actually an art piece by Skipper Haas. You can see it up here. He did little stamp size art pieces, and it was like a little machine, and I put a coin in, and then I got out like 4 or 5 prints. And this was one of them, and so I put it in her bag, so she was going shopping at the convention, because I brought her with me. So yeah. I had canon these two as a couple. I know that that probably is a little weird or a little controversial, because probably a lot of people go with the BFFs, because I do actually, again, that's Sweets. This one here that I haven't opened goes with Spicy. Not a huge fan of Sunshine BB, the one that's the opposite of Moonlight BB, so I probably won't end up with her. But I like these two together. They kind of are like, I don't know. But I've had them always together since I got them. And then, like I said, they even, you know, trade clothes sometimes, so. This is, like I said, this is Spicy Babe. It's kind of interesting that they gave her 2 different earrings. I'm not against it. I love her choker collar. I think she looks really cute with this top on, with the little, so you can see her belly. It's really cute. I love her little pigtails. Yeah, there's not a heck of a lot to say about her. She's just really, really simple, but I really love her design. It's really nice. And then we have Virtuelle, which Virtuelle was actually not the one I originally wanted from the Dance Dance line, but the Dance Dance line was going out as I was coming into collecting. But I absolutely love her. I'm glad that I have her. I love her full head of micro braids. I like that it makes, like, especially with these ones with a little white in there, it gives that like pixelation look, which is really cool. And I love the texture of just playing with her hair. It's so tactile. And then she's so like 80s, like arcade, like that's totally 80s carpet. Like she looks like she just like is ready to like shine like in the black light, which she is another intended to be a black light doll. Like that, she also came with the can, but like she's going to the arcade, but like everyone's gonna stop looking at their screen to look at her because she's gonna shine so bright. I freaking love her. And like this purple, that's so bold. Like, yeah. I'm glad I have Virtuelle. And then we have Spirit Queen, which I have her currently in this version of the outfit, because this kind of took up the most pieces. I think I had taken her out for a photo shoot, and I took all of her pieces, so I kind of went back and forth on what she was dressed in, but I think I leave her in this one because it uses the mini skirt and the long skirt and the jacket. And I think at one point I did also have the pom-poms on her, but right now they're in that bin of extra accessories that we were looking at earlier. And then her hat, I actually, if you watch any of my videos from around October, actually had on Natasha, but I put it back on her. Most of the time I wouldn't lose it, and that's why her sunglasses are down on her face, because they had been up on her head. Like, look at her eyeshadow. She's so amazing. This is one of my favorite OMGs. I love all of them. But that's the thing, like, in order to have a favorite, you have to have a least favorite. So, like, definitely I would say probably my least favorites are probably, like, as I was saying, as I came up, was kind of like alt girl and Miss Independent, and like my most favorites are probably like these two. I also have Lady Diva. Lady Diva, this is not one of the original Lady Divas. Again, I didn't get into collecting until recently, so that's long after the original ones were out of production. This is part of the reproduction line that they did. Which, I mean, it wasn't really, I guess it would be more of a re-release because it hasn't been long enough that you could call it a repro. But this was part of the second released version of her. I actually got her when I got the Fierce doll that's back there, because I wanted for the video of the Fierce doll to have an original to compare it to, so you could kind of see the changes. Her hair is quite an interesting color, but I actually really like it. It makes her stand out, because it's almost like green. It almost is like chlorine blonde hair. But yeah, so I have her, and I really like her. I love her boots and everything, but that's why I ended up picking her out, because Lady Diva was the first OMG that Fierce doll. I keep saying OMG. She was the first Fierce doll that I found. I was between her and Candylicious. I mean, Neonlicious. And she was the first one I found. I actually found her technically before her release day, so that's why those are the two that I got. Otherwise, it probably would have been the two Neonlicious ones. These are my two tweens that I have. I actually have three. I lied, because I have another one that's in the box. I actually did a pre-order on Regina and on Miss Katz, the two of them. But I really couldn't afford to do both of them, so I opted to do just Regina for the pre-order, because the cat character is very similar to Lexi Girl here in color scheme. So I figured I might as well go with the pink and black, because pink and black growing up has always been my favorite color combination. Although, again, when she did arrive, it was that time right when I was kind of in a funk. And I didn't really feel like doing my doll collecting because I kind of was having a hard time financially. And so I just wasn't as excited when she arrived as I wanted to be, so I never ended up reviewing her. And then right after that, Monster High started like dropping, and I started getting Monster High, and so she's also just hasn't been unboxed. So again, if you want to see her, just let me know. She will get an unboxing eventually. But so I have her, Regina Hart, I have Lexi Girl here, and I have Emma Emo. And if you guys have seen my videos, most of the time she is in the background, because I consider her to be kind of a mini me, because she dresses a lot like I did back when I was a tween. So of course I didn't actually get to have the cool colored hair, but otherwise the like total mismatching, all this color, the pink and black armband that I literally swear I had a pink and black armband just like that. So yeah, I consider her to kind of be my like mini me, like obviously exaggerated, but like basically the kind of style that I had at the tween age. So I love her. And then last but not least for my LOL collection is my Lady Diva, my Fierce doll. Gosh, I love her. I really want Cleopatra. I honestly want all of the Fierce dolls. Like I love how tall they are. I love the body sculpt. I just think they're gorgeous. Like when she came out, she came with me everywhere for a while. She was like my it doll. I don't know. There's something about this like size for them that I just adore. They're so massive. I don't know. And it's weird because I normally like small dolls, but I think maybe it's just the like novelty of them being different, because like for the junior high, I really like those because they're smaller than the rainbow high. But then for this one, I really like the Fierce because she's bigger. So maybe, like I said, maybe it's just the novelty of them being. Sorry, this video is going a little bit back and forth. I actually also recorded this clip last night, so I'm going to put that here, and then we'll be back. Fame Queen. There we go. Fame Queen. I was like, I know it's something in that. This is Ferocious. This is Metal Chick, because we have Metal Baby's little one, and then this is Bad Girl instead of Baddie. So these are from the 4-pack. Because they are from the 4-pack and not the individual release ones, they actually, their instruments, they are turned off, but they have these little buttons here that actually make music on all of them. Apparently when they did the re-releases of the individual, they did not do the sounds. Also, mine was the it was a variant. So apparently there was 2 versions of the box. I did not know until after I destroyed mine, but there was a version that had a shinier exterior. Mine was a shinier exterior, and it actually had a alternate version of Bad Girl in it. It's a little disappointing because I actually like the original version better, because I like the skirt better on the original version of Bad Girl. And when they did the reproduction, they did this version of the skirt and not the original one. The original one had more of this like caution tape on the skirt, but I mean, you can't really see it because of her drums, so I've forgiven it, but at first I was very mad. She also has a very different lip paint than the other style of Bad Girl. So I don't know if it was just a batching thing or if it was specifically because I had the variant box, but Bad Girl is the only one that seemed to be drastically different. So I currently have 16 OMGs, 2 tweens, and a Fierce doll. Sorry, 3 tweens and a Fierce doll. Like I said, 3 of them are still in box. If you guys are interested, like I said, in any of these individual dolls, or in maybe like a ranking video or anything like that, just let me know in the comments down below. I would love to know what kind of content you guys want to see coming from my channel, so that way I can, of course, still continue to collect for myself in the way that I want to collect, but I know which videos you guys are interested in seeing out of my collection. So, all right, that is all for the OMGs for now. And we're going to go ahead and move on next. I think we're going to go to Rainbow High, since that's the next thing closest to me over here. So, all right, so we're going to start with these ones, since they're kind of big and in the way and kind of make the light shiny. Right up here, you can see where I just put away the OMGs. These empty boxes are where the Rainbow Highs usually sit, so they're not really on a proper display right now. They're just kind of in boxes. With the exception of these ones, they sit up above the top of my desk, kind of in the back though, so they are a bit covered up, but that's why they're in this kind of setup. So this is actually Jet Dawson's box. But I didn't want to get rid of it, but I really didn't know what else to do with it. I didn't really have space. So when I got these ones, which there is a review for these on my channel, and they do have quite a bit of a story, and most of it's told in that video. But long story short, I actually ordered these twice, 2 different times. So this is the 6-pack. So I do not have their second outfits. I just have their first outfits, but thankfully they all came with the stands. And because they are those, they also have the better neck articulation. However, these ones sit on my shelf and I do not play with them, and I do not change their outfits for a couple of reasons. One, the only reason I got the 6-pack was so that I could say that I had the original dolls as part of my collection for a collector purpose. I'm not a completionist, but just having the original set of them I felt was something that I wanted to be able to say for my Rainbow High collection. The bigger reason why I don't play with them is because the first set that I got from when I bought it from Amazon, I accidentally bought it from a reseller, not directly from Amazon, which I did not realize at the time. But now I'm better about making sure that it's from the actual retailer. But I had a lot of issues. My original Ruby's hat broke off. The neck actually snapped on the Violet. And so that was one of the first times I contacted MGA, and I was told no, because they consider it to be from a reseller, even though I bought it from Amazon, because I didn't buy it from Amazon. So I actually returned that set and was able to buy it again from Walmart, because it was actually on sale from Walmart. At the time when I ordered it from Amazon, it was not on sale at Walmart. But after that, when I was doing the return, it was available from Walmart. So I ordered a second set, and this is the second set of dolls. So these are the ones that came from Walmart, and they're in much better shape, but it still makes me nervous. And I don't want to end up breaking them, so they kind of just sit on my shelf. But I do have the full original set, and like I said, they kind of sit in the jet box with the artist fashion, but obviously they don't all fit, so it kind of sits like this with Ruby and Violet on the outsides, and then the rest of them sitting in. And this is the only version I have of these girls. I do have a second Violet, because Violet was actually part of my original collection. Like my very first, I bought 5 dolls, and the and Violet was part of that set. That was before I watched the show or knew really anything about the collection, and she's a winter break Violet, which we'll see her in a moment. I'm actually going to go ahead and put these back up on the shelf, and then we'll move on from there. But just know that these do exist, but they, unlike my other Rainbow High dolls, do not get played with. So just to kind of show you, they sit up there in the back side of the desk, but I have put some other stuff up there kind of in front of it kind of recently. Actually for I feel like something's missing, because I did put Amaya up here for a minute, but like I don't know, it fits a lot better now. Whatever. So yeah, those are my dolls that I do not touch, as you can see from this shot alone right here. The rest of them I restyle whenever I feel like it. Originally when I got them, every time I would get a new Rainbow High, I would restyle them, and I would restyle all of them, but now I got to the point where that's a little too many. So I kind of stopped for like a hot minute, but then I got inspiration again, and I decided I wanted to change them all into more winter wear. So we'll go over that, but when we go over the Rainbow High dolls in general, we're just kind of go over the doll themselves and not really their outfit, because these are not their original outfits. So I can't really comment on that portion of it. But again, just like with the OMGs, if you see any doll that you like that does not have a review on my channel, please let me know, because I do have, sorry, I'm trying to get my lights untangled. I do have all of these dolls recorded as reviews, with the exception of the one we're going to talk about now. So if you want to see any of these reviews, or if you want to see like a ranking video or anything like that, please just let me know in the comments down below which dolls you would like to see, or any Rainbow High content that you would like to see in general. Just, you know, so I know what kind of things you guys are interested in seeing on my channel. So this one right here is the Rainbow High Costume Ball Bella. This is the only Rainbow High doll that I have currently that I have not unboxed. I'm very excited about her. I really love her, because like Pink Witch, like perfect. But I just haven't really felt like taking her out of the box and like filming a review and stuff like that. Again, there's been a lot going on with like Monster High and stuff like that, but now that that's kind of chilled out a little bit, I'm going to start recording some videos of some of my other doll collections as well. I just kind of wanted to get those done and out there, because I've been really excited to get all of those open. I am like, if I had to stop all my other collections for one, it would definitely be for Monster High, for sure. So I'm very happy to be here while Monster High is being released, and I can get them as they're coming out. Anyway, we'll talk about more of that when that gets to that section. The other one that I want to talk about before we get to the base dolls is I also have an Amaya Reigns. I have the My Runway Friend. I have the really big one. I got her from Target. She was like pretty decent sale when I got her. I don't remember how much she was. I know her original price was $100, but I definitely did not spend that on her. I did. So she's wearing, actually on her head right now, so she usually wears them on her face, is Gulia Yelp's glasses that I actually got from, they're originally from McDonald's, but I got mine from Goodwill. It was a pack of like a bunch of old McDonald's toys, and those were in there. I washed her hair because she was one of my first dolls, and I was not aware of the part and how you're supposed to protect the part when you wash their hair. I did not know how that worked, so I accidentally washed her part out. So she does look very balding on her head. But unfortunately, that's just how it is. I've tried to fix it multiple times, but I'm not that good with her hair. But she looks fine from the front. Just don't look at the top of her head. But yeah, she's there. She usually sits out in my living room. She doesn't even honestly usually sit in here with me, but when I was getting her ready for the video, I brought her in. Again, this is my base Rainbow High dolls. No particular order, just the order that they happen to be sitting in, and just a quick comment or two on them. So this is my Avery Styles. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the only reason I have her is because I wanted the fashion closet. When I have her dressed properly, I do actually like her. I think I like her more than other people do, but she's definitely not one of my favorite dolls. Depending on what outfit I have her in is what wig I have her in. Honestly, this is the first time I've had her in a wig in a while. I usually just leave it with the pixie cut, but again, for the winter look, I went with the full hair. This is Minnie. I know her last name is pronounced differently than it looks like, so I'm not even gonna try because I don't know what the actual pronunciation is because I've heard it a million different ways, so we're just not gonna go there. She is the only one that I have of the Royal 3. I really like the Rainbow Vision line, but I got one from Royal 3. I got one from Rainbow Divas, but then I got all 3 of Neon Shadow because I am a Shadow High girly through and through, which doesn't seem like it because I have more Rainbow High than Shadow High, but also there is more Rainbow High to have than Shadow High. But I definitely am a Shadow High over Rainbow High if I'm given the choice. But yeah, so here's Sabrina. This is the one that I have from the Royal Divas, or Rainbow Divas. I got the pink girl from each of the sets. I really like her. I like her green eyes. I think she's really pretty. I think they did a good job with that set. Originally, the first one I found was Aisha Sterling? Yes, Aisha Sterling. And I had picked her up because I have Robin, and I was like, oh, well, I'll have her sister, whatever. But, like, she just didn't speak to me in the way that Sabrina did. And so I ended up returning her. I returned her to Walmart. I actually think I may have even found Sabrina at Walmart and then... No, I found somebody else at Walmart and then returned her. I think it was... Mara, I think, is the one that I found and returned because at Target they were actually $10 cheaper at the time. I think they may have all gone down to the $40 price point, but originally it was $50 for them at Walmart and $40 for them at Target. But the Rainbow Divas were exclusive to Walmart, I believe, and Neon Shadow was exclusively... No, because No, because I definitely got the Shadow Highs at Walmart. Maybe that was just where they were coming out at first. Because the Shadow Highs definitely were not Target exclusives, so I don't think any of them were store exclusives because it wouldn't make sense to make one set of them store exclusive. Now, these ones were store exclusive for sure. But yeah, so there is... I have her, Sabrina, and I have Minnie. And I have... This is the other Bella that I have. This Bella I do, as you can see, actually play with. So this is Bella from Pacific Coast. I do kind of wish that I had gotten a second one so I could take her hat off, but I refuse to take her hat off because it will never go back on. So I just always keep her hat on. She is definitely... I love her face. I much prefer this than any of the ones I've seen of the original version of Bella because I really like the matte face. I'm not a super fan of the shiny face. So I love this Bella. But this is my play Bella. So that's kind of why I'm not as into opening the costume ball Bella because that one is going to stay in that outfit. So like her in the box, her out of the box isn't as different. Unlike a lot of my other Rainbow Highs that I actually change. And you'll find that the Rainbow Highs are my only dolls that I really actually change their outfits on. And I think that a lot has to do with the fact that they come with 2 outfits and they come with you know, the fashion closets and stuff like that that encourage you to change their outfits. Whereas like my OMGs, there's a couple of OMGs that come with individual outfits. Like some of the, like the Movie Magic comes with 2, and like the Splash Beauty comes with 2 or multiple. But like most of them just come with 1 outfit, and I feel like they're a character. Like you won't want to, like it would be like changing like a cartoon character's clothes. Like that's not really what you usually do, because then they're not as recognizable. With the Rainbow High, because they come with multiple outfits and because their character comes from their hair, I don't know, I like changing their outfits, with the exception of this one right here. This is Demi. She stays dressed like this. She does not change because she's a vampire queen, and I stan vampires. I love her so much. She is absolutely one of my favorite Rainbow High dolls that I have. When the costume ball dolls eventually go on sale, I will be getting a second one of her that I can change her clothes on. But for now, I don't know. I just feel weird putting her in anything other than this. She's one of the only dolls that I want 2 of, so that I can change one and leave one dressed like this. As you can see from the rest of them, I just changed them. This is Holly. So I do have Holly and Laurel. Holly and Laurel were some of the first dolls that I got. Actually, no, that's a lie. But they were near the beginning, because I am actually a twin, which is why I was obsessed with finding the Shadow High twins. I could not find the Shadow High twins anywhere, and I ended up finding the Rainbow High twins instead. It's funny, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, they actually were connected to when I got Jet, because I was going back and forth trying to decide which one of these I wanted, if I wanted Jet or the twins, because they were about the same price for either one. And Jet is also a seamstress, which I am also a seamstress, so both of them I personally really liked. And I was going back and forth, and all of a sudden, for some reason, her listing switched to like $13 for Jet. So I immediately ordered Jet for like $13, and then I think I ordered them for like 20 or 30. I don't remember what it was, but they were also cheaper. But yeah, so I ordered them around the same time, if I remember correctly. But Holly is my favorite of the twins. Oh, I love, like, I'm a pink girl, yes, but I'm also a blue girl, and so her color I consider more to be like an orange or a red, where she's like a blue and a purple, where she's like an orange and red. So Holly, and also because there's H's everywhere, and my name starts with an H, so I'm very much connected to the H twin, and she is personally my favorite of the twins. But I do also really love Laurel. I think she's super pretty. I love the multiple colors that they did with their hair. This is Jet. As you guys know, she is currently my picture on my channel, because when I was about to start my so did I start? I wonder when I started buying, because I know I recorded right away, but I don't think I started posting right away, because that's right, I did. I started collecting, and then I had already had a bunch of them before I actually started posting on my channel, because I wanted the Dracula, Monster High, the collector doll. I wanted to get that and use that as my launching point for my channel. I thought that would be a special enough video to start my channel on, and then I didn't get it. So I ended up just posting anyway, because that was kind of stupid to wait for something. And like, I was so devastated, because I was already devastated because I wanted that doll, but I was extra devastated because I was putting so much pressure on that doll to be something that it wasn't. So yeah, my first videos are of my first dolls, but they did not go up immediately after I started collecting. So yeah, so I've been collecting for about 6 or 7 months, because I've been collecting since about July of 2022, and it is obviously now December of 2022. It's about to be January, which is why I'm doing this full collection video. Sorry I went off on a tangent there. It was just a weird sudden memory that I kind of had forgotten about. But yeah, so there's Jet. Jet is a collector's doll. So she, in her clothes has, this is not her clothes, but in her clothes she has like tags and everything that say the year. And she's the first one to have this little ankle joint. It's not enough to actually make it where she can properly wear flat shoes, but it's enough to give her a little bit of more positioning, in her, like for posing and stuff, which is why she's in my picture, because I took her because she's really good for posing, because she has this nice little rib joint and everything as well. Yeah, that's where it started with, because she's in my picture, and I was like, I think I changed my profile picture. I don't think she started the channel, but maybe she did. I don't remember. But yeah, she's in my profile picture because she was one of the first ones I took for like a photo shoot specifically to get pictures for my channel. And she actually has a ball jointed doll on her, because originally I was also going to do ball jointed doll reviews. And if you guys want to see that, I do have a large collection of ball jointed dolls. They're all by the same artist. They're all by Quirky Critters. She's amazing, and I would love to promote her stuff. I just don't know if you guys would be interested in seeing that kind of video. But if you are, again, just like everything else, let me know in the comments down below. This is Daphne Minton. She is one of my first dolls. She is literally part of my original 5 Rainbow High dolls that are part of my original collection on my channel. And I literally forgot how much I loved this doll until the other day when I was changing them, and I just could not stop staring at her face. It's so, so, so pretty. I know a lot of people don't like Daphne. I think most of the people have problems with her clothes. So like changing her outfit and putting her in what you want her to put her in. Look how gorgeous, like the shape of her eyes, the little gold lighting, the little freckles, the dark lips. I don't know. I just can't stop staring at her face. And like the camera lighting is making her look like tan compared to what she actually looks like. Like in person, she's like pale as F. And I don't know, being someone who's always been into like vampires, I'm really into like being really pale. Like I've always loved, the more pale I look, the better to me. But again, because I'm into vampires, and like vampires are always like really, really white, pale skin. So I don't know, maybe that has to do with why I love her so much, because she's so, let's see, if I turn this off, can you? No, that made it worse. The lighting is much yellower. But yeah, I like freaking love Daphne's face, and I love her hair. This is one of my like top colors that I love. It's just this like minty blue, and it's so long, and it's not the best crimps, but mine actually is better than a lot of the Daphnes I've seen, where it doesn't look like it just looks wavy. It doesn't look like a bad crimp job. It just looks wavy. Now, under layers do look like a bad crimp job, but her top layer is just wavy. But it could be because I also brushed her hair a lot. My first couple ones that I got, I like constantly, I literally would sit there and watch the Rainbow High show and just brush their hair constantly. Heather Grayson. Now, personally, I think my Heather's neck is a little messed up. I think, like, if you look, like, the back of her head is really flat and stretched out, and her head does not have a lot of motion, so I think her head may have gotten squished. But this, I consider this doll to be the second doll that started my collection. She is the first Rainbow High doll. Or she's technically Shadow High, but she's the one that started me on Rainbow / Shadow High. How do I put this? Like I said, she's the one that got me started on Rainbow and Shadow High. But she's also the one that I would say got me into officially collecting dolls. Because I did buy 2 dolls before her that are part of my official collection, and not just dolls that I've had. But she is the reason that I got into actually collecting dolls, and not just Monster High, but legitimately dolls. I think it was the half black, half white, like this whole just solid black and white, so completely different than anything else I'd seen in dolls. Completely monochrome, black and white, just absolutely gorgeous doll. And I was just like, I have to have her. And I had a really, really bad time at work. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the store, and you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Because I had seen Rainbow High and Shadow High dolls in the store before, and I just kind of ignored them, mostly because I saw the big As Seen on YouTube sticker on them, and I did not know that that meant that they had a show. I thought it was like an influencer or something, and I just kind of ignored them. But I started watching videos of collectors on YouTube, and I just kept seeing videos of her, and I just kept obsessing over her, and I finally was like, you know what, and I bit the bullet, and I decided to go to Target after work and get her. Well, when I went to Target, that's when they happened to have a bunch of dolls on sale, a bunch of Rainbow High dolls on sale, and that's why I ended up with 5 dolls, and that's where I started my collection, was those 5 dolls that I got on sale at Target, because I went to go get her. So that's why I credit her as my first Rainbow Shadow High doll, and I credit her as starting my collection, because if I hadn't gone to go get her, I wouldn't have gotten the other ones that I got. So Heather is one of my favorite dolls ever. Because I love the way that she looks, but also because she just means a lot to me. But she doesn't come out and play a lot. A lot of it has to do with the fact that her head is kind of a little, so she doesn't pose very easily for pictures. So she doesn't get to do a lot of photography anymore, unfortunately. But I might take her out now again, since this is Delilah. I love Delilah. I got Delilah because I think that's so cool. The representation that she has for being albino, the representation that she has by wearing glasses, like she's just a beautiful doll. But the reason I picked her over some of the other dolls specifically was because of the fact that she's a very unique doll, and she's very representative, and I just absolutely love her. She also is like one of the few Rainbow High dolls that has natural color hair, because she has like this like super blonde color hair, whereas you could see all the others have fantasy hair. And I personally love fantasy hair. Like, I would take fantasy hair any day over regular hair, and I'm sure I've said it in other videos, but like, I also would take fantasy color eyes. I would love to see all these dolls with eyes that match their color scheme. I understand why they didn't do that, especially like thinking like Ruby was in the first line. If they did that, she would have had red eyes, and like some people don't like that, so like I get why they didn't. But like, I'm a fantasy girl, but I just really like Delilah because she's, compared to the other Rainbow High dolls, she's totally different. I also really want Jewel Richie because of her vitiligo, but also because of the emerald color is one of my favorite colors, is emerald. I have a lot of favorite colors, okay? It depends on my mood, but one of my favorite colors is emerald. And she just hasn't gone on enough of a sale that I've really been able to get her, but Jewel is definitely one of the next ones on my list of dolls I want. This is Hallie. So Hallie has a kind of funny story. She actually got into my collection because I thought we shared a name. Because when she originally got released, everyone was calling her Haley and not Hallie. Before she was in the show, everyone thought her name was Haley, so I ordered her because I was like, oh my gosh, someone that shares the name as me. And then it turns out it was Hallie. And I still adore her. I love her skin tanness. Like, she's such a great beach doll. She looks like she's hanging out on the beach. I love the blue, the ocean blue of her hair. Her swimsuit's super cute as well that she came with. Like, I still love her and adore her, but she did take a little bit for me to get out of the box, because again, when I ordered her, I thought we shared a name, and then before I got her out of the box, I found out her name was actually Hallie, and I just like, okay. And it took me a hot minute, but once I did, oh my gosh, I love her. I love her sparkly blue eyeshadow. Like, that's something I would totally wear, sparkly blue eyeshadow. I love her. And then we have our neon shadow. I'll grab, there's Harley and Mara. I wanted to say Uma because I was looking for Uma, and there's Uma. So with these three, I have all three of these on my channel, so I'm sure you've heard me talk about it, but I absolutely love Wicked. That's why I think that this is phenomenal, because Pink Witch, she's Glinda. But as soon as I found out that they were doing a green-skinned Rainbow High doll, I lost my mind. I had to have Harley. I literally went to every Target and every Walmart out of my way every day after work trying to find this bloody doll, and I was trying to find her before they got released if I could, because I wanted her that bad. I ended up finding them on Amazon the day of their release. They weren't listed as Rainbow High dolls. Like, I had to like essentially search for dolls and find the newest, and I found them on Amazon. And I found them at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So then by the time like everyone else found them, they were like coming, like how my Shadow High Series 2 is coming in like a month. I'm so mad about it, but like other people already have theirs. It was kind of that way with my Harley Quinn. Oh my God, my Harley Limestone. When I ordered her, she came in a couple days, and then like the next batch went out in like 2 months. So I got my Harley, and then I was like, I wanted to get Mara because I wanted the pink doll from each of the three bands, because that's just what I wanted to do. I wanted to have the 3 pink dolls. And then because I had these 2 already, I also got Uma, because I was like, I can't not complete the band. Well, come to find out, Uma's like one of my favorites. Like these 3, ugh, I don't know, I keep saying that like this one's my favorite and this one's my favorite because I love all of my dolls. Like, I'm not a completionist. I don't have all of them, but I have all the ones that I love. So I love all of my dolls. But yeah, Uma ended up being like a standout favorite. And I think a lot of that came down to, sometimes you find ones that you weren't looking at to be your favorites. And I think that comes down to expectations. Like, you have a certain expectation for dolls that you're looking forward to. And then when there's ones that you aren't, then they can surprise you a lot more. So I love my Neon Shadow. They had a lot of photography when I first got them. That's also something, if you guys are interested, I don't have a lot of followers on my Instagram, and because of that, I haven't been posting a lot, and I know that that's kind of secular, because like if I posted, then I could get more followers, whatever, but like if you guys are interested in seeing some of my doll photography, just let me know. I do try and tag a few pictures on the end of each video, but I don't always, like, sometimes I record a video and then put it up immediately. So I don't always have time to take them out and, like, get photography and stuff of them. So if you are more interested in seeing that, follow my Instagram and let me know if that's something you want to see more of. I can obviously do some videos of just photography, or I could, you know, try and post some more up on my Instagram. Just let me know. This one is Brianna. So Brianna was the original sleepover doll that I got, and I got her because I, obviously, as you can kind of tell the theming, I was collecting like pretty much all the pink dolls. Surprisingly, for Shadow High Series 2, the first one I ordered is actually the Seafoam green doll and not the pink one. I want the pink one too, but I'm going to wait and find her either on sale or at least in store, because again, both of mine are coming, or the one that I ordered is coming in like January, and that one was supposed to come in like February, so I was like, I'll just hopefully find her in store. But so here's Brianna. I love her. I love her bubblegum pink. She sat by my bed for a while in this little pink chair that I found. I actually found it at a Goodwill. It's I don't know where I put it. I thought I just had it, but it's a little pink, like, it's supposed to be a cell phone stand, but it looks like a little like folding chair. And so she had been sitting in that in her like little pajama outfit for a while, just next to my bed. She was like my bedtime doll, because I have like a little side table that every night I bring a doll into bed with me. But obviously I can't sleep with them because they would get broken or my dog would get to them or whatever. But so they sit on my side table, and it was her for a while. I also have Robin here. Robin is also, this is also her sleepover version. I actually do not have her sleeping bag. I got her on Walmart clearance because someone had taken her sleeping bag, but she still had both outfits, which is more what's important to me. I rarely use the sleeping bag, but I use all the clothes. So if I'd waited a little bit, sure, now she comes, she's pretty much on sale a lot of places with everything. Or at a lot of Walmarts, she's on clearance with everything, but when I got her, she was not, and the only way to get her cheaper was to get one that was damaged, so I got one that was missing her sleeping bag, and I'm perfectly okay with it. She's one of the ones I tried to redo her hair, so that's why her hair is kind of a little messy, because for a while, she actually had fake bangs, so what I'd followed a tutorial where you can like tuck their hair in and like create bangs, and it was really cute. I did like it on her, but I wanted to be able to see her edges, so I did end up taking it down. But I did wrap her ponytail, but it's not perfect, but I don't know, it was a lot of fun to play with. So then I have Violet. This Violet's actually part of my original collection. I did put her hair up myself. I really like how she looked. She's actually a variant because she has the very shiny, I call them powdered donut lips, because she looks like she was eating some powdered donuts, so her lips are like super white, but I love her. I got her because, again, she was on sale at the time, and the only real other winter outfit one that they had was Ruby, and between the two I really connected with her more. She had ice skates and skis, which are both things that I have done. As a kid, I used to ski, and now as an adult, I like to ice skate. And I did mention in my video, because I literally like just come back from a trip from Colorado where I'd actually done both of those things. Skiing, not well, ice skating well. But so she kind of was like really connecting to me at that time. Watching the show, I'm not a fan of Violet the character, but I still absolutely adore this doll because I connected to this doll, and it doesn't really matter what the character is like. But Violet is definitely one of my least favorites now as a whole. I'm just not a super fan of Violet. She doesn't normally stay in this outfit. It's just because it's a winter. Like I said, I put them in winter outfits, and I was like, if I'm going to put them in winter outfits, I might as well just put her back in her outfit. Except I think I'm 90% sure those are Delilah's socks that she's wearing. But yeah, she has gotten changed multiple times. She's just back in that because everyone's wearing their winter clothes right now. And then we have Carmen here, Carmen Major. Carmen was actually one of my first dolls as well. She was one I had no idea about. I hadn't seen any videos or anything about her, but when I saw her with this neon pink hair and then these little rainbow streaks, immediately fell in love. I had to have her. And she was also part of the ones that were on sale, so I just absolutely fell head over heels for her. I definitely have dolls now that I think I like more than Carmen, just because, again, I feel like a lot of people can agree with me that like as they've gone on, they've gotten a lot stronger. And so some of the older dolls just aren't as strong as some of the new dolls, but like I still adore Carmen. I don't adore these stands. For Veronica, I freaking love Veronica. She's another one of the dolls that I attribute to really getting me into Rainbow Shadow High. These ones I was chasing. This was my first true doll hunt, was trying to find the Shadow High twins. I was chasing them and chasing them and chasing them, and then finally one day they popped up on Target, and I ordered them. I ordered them from Target.com for in-store pickup, and I was like so excited. I'd been hunting all over for them. Thankfully, I got a good looking set. And this was at that time when I was looking for something special to start my channel on. And I was looking all over to find these two, because this was the other thing after I wasn't able to get Dracula. I keep saying, but I wasn't able to get the Skeletor Dracula. I started looking for them, and like, I'm gonna find the Storm Twins, and that's where I'm gonna start my channel with. So I ordered them from Target, and then I went in the store to pick them up because I said they were ready, and I went and checked the aisle just to be sure, because I was like, okay, well, if there's more than one, I want to make sure that I have the best one. There was none left on the shelf. So I went and I checked in to get my order picked up, and I was so excited and I couldn't wait. And I was standing there and standing there and standing there, and the guy was giving me a heart attack because he had to like go so far back to get them that I thought maybe they didn't have them, and like they hadn't actually put them on hold for me even though I paid for them already. And I was like paranoid that I wasn't gonna end up with them, but I did, and I'm so glad. Naomi has really grown on me over the time that I've had her, but Veronica is definitely one of my all-time favorite dolls as well. I put her right next to Heather in like all-time favorite dolls. I just adore this bubblegum, and I know a lot of people hate it. I know that's why a lot of people don't like her, but oh my gosh, this bubblegum is everything. And I do have one where she can just pop it out, but like, and her face is gorgeous too, so I get like why a lot of people don't like it, because it covers up her face, and her face is so freaking pretty. But like, this bubblegum is just everything to me, and I adore it. Dude, if I did have duplicates, I would do the thing where you like cover up the lips and like paint it and whatever, but I only have the one, so she's gonna stay like that. And then we have Miss Gabriella Isley, which is one that I knew I was gonna like, because I love ice blue things, but I wasn't sure. I kind of had mixed feelings on her face, but I do really love her the more I've had her. I think that she was a really good use of the shiny face, because it fits really well with the theme of like ice and like, you know, her color scheme and everything else like that, because I'm not a super fan of the shinier faces, but like I said, when it's used properly, I really like it, because her and Sabrina have the shiny faces, but they're used in such a way that like makes sense, that I actually really love it. So there's Gabriella, and then we have Margot de Perla. Now, I was really excited about Margot. She was one that I was really looking forward to, but like I wasn't connecting with her. Like, I love the idea of her pearl color scheme. I loved like her, like I loved a lot about her, but for some reason I just wasn't connecting to her doll specifically. I ended up finding one like really cheap at like a random Target that didn't have a lot of dolls, so they were kind of getting rid of the ones that they did have to kind of make room for the little bit that they could put on the shelves. And so I got her, and I was not sure how I felt about her still, but I just like wanted her because I liked her color scheme, I liked her bathing suit and whatever. But then the second I took off that head wrap and like could actually properly see her face, I was immediately in love. She is one of the prettiest dolls, like just so gorgeous. I love her little eyeshadow and her like eyes, and I don't know, she's just so pretty to me. I love the pastel colors in her hair, just everything. She does not want to keep her shoes on, which is why I put the tights on to try and help with the shoes, but I don't know, maybe it's making it worse. But anyway, yeah, I love Margot without the head wrap on. That's why she's one of the few that, because like as you can kind of see, like my Hallie over here, she still has her hat on. Brianna still has her eye mask on. The only reason she doesn't is because I was playing with her hair. So a lot of them will keep like their like hair accessories and their jewelry. I don't like to move their jewelry around. I usually leave that on them no matter what outfit I put them in. But I took her hair wrap off because I just think she's so much prettier without it. It just covers up so much of her face and her hair, and those are the two prettiest things about her. So like, it's fine, I'll deal with it later. These stands are terrible. And second to last, but certainly not least, proving once again how terrible the stands are, is Natasha. I love her because I love how she's white, right? So she can fit in every single outfit and look amazing. I don't think there's any dolls that I really have found that don't look good in other outfits, but like the fact that she's literally a blank slate. Like you could put whatever you wanted on her and she would look great, which is why I think that's also why I like Margot, because even though, yeah, she has those pastel colors in her hair, she's still pretty blank. And so is Delilah. And like, I like the ones with just, you know, I like her, and I really want, oh my gosh, why can I not think? I can think of her last name is Onyx. The girl that is solid black colored. I want her because she's also just a solid blank, basic, neutral color. She just also hasn't gone on enough sale that I've been able to get her lately. But yeah, I just love that she's somehow still just absolutely outstandingly gorgeous, despite the fact that she's a single, would be considered blank color, but she's just outstandingly gorgeous. And I loved all of her outfit pieces too. That's another reason why I got her over the Onyx characters, because I liked her outfit pieces better. Like this white puffy coat that came with her. Like I love, and then she's also in the show, I really liked her character, and I liked that she was like Norwegian. I don't know, I just really like Natasha. And then my most recent doll is Roxy, which I did not think I was going to end up with Roxy. I wanted Roxy because I want to eventually have all of the collector edition dolls, so I also want to have Lily Chang. But I did not think I was going to get her because $60 for her and her alone was not really worth it. But I do have a video, I actually just posted her yesterday, talking about her. But I got her, essentially I paid $17 out of pocket for her, and I was more than happy to do that for her. She's gorgeous. I love her eye makeup. I love her hair. I love her little tan skin. She is so cute. Her little baby hairs. Everything. She's adorable. I love her little lip liner. I'm so glad I was able to get her for a decent price. So yes, I love her. Goodness, before we move on, I almost forgot about my junior highs. So they like to sit up here. I did take the top knot down from Skylar because I'm not really a fan of top knots, like, at all. High ponies, fine. Top knots, not so much. But I do have the base girls. This is really how I had these. I play with these. They don't get changed, but I love the size of them. They used to be able to come with me to work. I've since changed my work location, so they don't fit, like, on my body anymore at work. Like, literally, I used to be able to wear a pouch that I would keep them in, but now I don't wear a pouch anymore, so, these don't get played with as much, but I love the smaller size of them. I love how they can just come with you wherever a lot easier. I could take literally all of them with me somewhere a lot easier than I could even take 6 or even maybe 4 of the full-size ones. I love that they came with the backpacks. They're all of them, even Bella, so I can, let me set this down so I can pull it out and show you. In their backpacks, because they actually open, I gave them all little mini brands, or in this case, this isn't a mini brand. That's a world's smallest, but I all gave them toys in their backpacks. That strap just pulled out. Just slid out, but that's okay. You can just literally put the ribbon back through it. But so yeah, as you can see, I have the original 6 girls. That's how I got them. I did buy them individually. They were on sale, but I didn't get them as the like 6-pack that they released this year. I bought them individually. And then the only one from series 2 I got so far is Bella. I want to eventually have all the others, but what I'm kind of hoping is that maybe for Christmas next year, they will do a 6-pack of the series 2 dolls. And in that case, I'll get them then. This is my second Bella, because the first one I got, her knee was messed up, so I got a replacement from MGA, and I actually had the one with the messed up knee. I was actually playing with her and like literally taking her everywhere, and I had her dressed, because she came without any clothes on. She just was the naked doll, which is perfectly fine. But so I put on some spare shoes that I had, and I put on this like little pink sweater from that came with, so it's supposed to be for Kitty Pop or something like that, but it came with Pop BB, and it was supposed to be like the best friend so that they had like matching outfits. But I had her in this, and one day I accidentally left her on my bed, and my dog literally ate her legs off. So yeah, I was really upset when that happened. Really, really upset, because even though her knee was messed up, she still was a complete doll that I could take with me and not look like a psychopath that had literally a legless doll with sharp edges on it. So yeah, so now she just kind of sits back there waiting. Maybe one day I'll be able to find a doll that I'm willing to swap her heads with. The only reason I haven't done it is because like I don't want to, like, if I buy a brand new doll, I don't want to then put her, like, if I'm gonna buy a new doll, I just buy a new doll. You know what I mean? Like, maybe if I can like thrift a body or have something else happen to the body in such a way that like it needs a replacement head, but otherwise like it doesn't make much sense to just move that head onto a different body, you know? So there's that. So I think that is now all of my rainbow highs, because I have my rainbow highs, my shadow highs, my juniors, my collection that sits up on the shelf, and I showed you my oversized one, and then the only one I have in box. And then I actually have two coming. I have the Ainsley Shadow High Closet is on the way from Sam's Club. And then my Series 2 Seafoam Green, I don't know what her name is yet, the Seafoam Green Shadow High doll, she's also will be on her way. Like I said, she's supposed to come sometime in early to mid-January. So fingers crossed on that one. So I have 32 rainbow highs, 7 junior highs, and then 1 rainbow runway friend. So again, just as I said with the OMGs, if you want to see any of these dolls that have not been posted on my channel yet, let me know. Or if you want to see like a ranking video, or if you want to see a video of my restyles or anything like that, just let me know. Again, I'm going to continue to collect the dolls that I want for myself, but I want to know what kind of content you guys are interested in seeing on my channel. I will probably be repeating this kind of information in each of the sections because I am sectioning them off. So that way, if someone only wants to watch a certain portion or not, they can follow in the portion section. And so I want to say all that kind of information for people that might only be watching 1 or 2 sections. So, all right. Rainbow High and Shadow High are now going to get put away, and we're going to take out, let's go with my small collection. So I'm just going to call this my fashion doll section, where these are just kind of random dolls that I have maybe 1 or 2 of. And then we'll end off with, Alright, so our next section is going to be my nananas. I don't have a lot. I actually have 3 teens and 1 regular, and that's it. I do want some of those new minifig ones, but this is what I have. So I have my Gretchen Stripes, my little raccoon girl. She is actually the only nanana that has a review currently on my channel. But I also have Alaska Frost. She, I think, may have been my first nanana that I got. I know I remember taking her and going back to Target because she went on sale like the day after I bought her, and that's when I found out about Target's price match, and have been using that system ever since, and it has been great. They are, if I can buy a doll at Target over anywhere else, I will, because they're the best when it comes to sales and matching prices and stuff like that. And then I had to get Quinn Nash because Jaws. He's 100% a Jaws doll. He's the closest we've we have to a fashion doll that is based on Jaws. I love nananas. Honestly, I wish I had more of them. I like that they are fabric. They're a little bit different. They are a bit hard to display because they don't really stand on their own. Right now, actually, I'm surprised with how well they're standing. They're leaning up against the back side of my desk. It's the only reason they're really standing up. And that's probably a lot to do with why I don't have more. But these are dolls these are dolls I take. And I had as bedtime dolls for a while. I actually had to hunt down her shoes this morning for this video because they were still next to my bed. From when I used to take her in the bedroom with me all the time. And then this is the only true nanana that I have, so you can see she's a little bit shorter than them. She was part of their Valentine's Day collection. She is Valentina Moore. That's why I got her, because she felt the most actually Valentine's Day, because she was red and pink and hearts and very just the most basic one. So I was debating between a couple of different colors, but I got her because, like I said, she's the most basic Valentine's Day. So here are my 3 mermaid dolls. Sorry, I actually have another mermaid doll on the way. I actually have Gwen from Winter Waves coming, because I like her because she's the most wintry in my opinion. So I really liked her from the Winter Waves collection. So she is on her way right now. But here is my one and only mermaid high doll, because of course she's the punk one, and that's what I like to collect. If I'm only going to get one from a set, is going to be the punk or the goth or the whatever, because you can also see from the other 2 dolls that I have in this section. But because then they eliminated her from the next section, from the second wave ever of these that there was only 2 waves of Mermaid High, and she was not in the second one. And so I only have the one Mermaid High. She always stays in mermaid form. I have enough human dolls, so she is a mermaid doll and stays as a mermaid doll. She actually lives up on my shelf. You may see her in some of the videos, because she actually lives up here in this little Jaws fishbowl. And yeah, she's gonna be a struggle to get back in there now. So here are my 2 mermaids that I have. I'm very mad because this one seemed to stand better, so I gave the stand to her, but apparently they both yeeted themselves off and messed up her fin, because her fin was perfect when I got her. She did not have any of these chunks missing. These have all fallen off since I've gotten her, and I'm pretty sure it's from them yeeting themselves off, because they don't like to stand at all, and it's very, very, very frustrating. Like I said, she seemed to stand better on her own, so I gave her the stand, but every once in a while I'll just find her on the floor, and I don't know. Gwen is coming with a stand, so I'll have 2 stands, but that still doesn't help, because what do I do with the 3rd one? I really want them to improve the standing / sitting of these dolls. If they do that, if they improve the sitting / standing and also continue to include the stands, I will continue to get mermaids. But if they do not fix those things, I don't think that a lot of other people are also going to continue getting mermaids, so we're going to see a fall in those. Also, fun fact, I went to the wiki, like I was saying, I think I said it in my OMG Tots section. I went to the wiki pages, and I kind of went through them to kind of give myself a refresher, to make sure that I knew everybody's name and that I was sure I had all my dolls and everything, because as I was reading the names, I'd be like, yeah, I have her, or no, I don't have her, whatever. This is Nira, right? No V in her name anywhere. Nira. They have her listed as Nevra on the wiki. The wiki was already terrible as it was, and it was really hard to find any information about Winter Waves, but the only information I did find had her listed, her name is Nevra. So that's a fun fact about her, but as I was mentioning before in the section, she is the goth one from the Winter Waves, so that's why I have her. I personally love this glitter tail. This has entertained me for hours. I will literally sit here and just wiggle around her glitter tail. Like I love, love, love her, love the glitter tails, which is why I ordered Gwen, because I want more glitter tails. And then this is Riviera. Again, she was the most goth. She was the punk mermaid for the set. She's the guitar player. I love this like half glove hand. I think this is absolutely fabulous. I love how her tail looks, that it looks like jeans. I just hate that the color change part at the end keeps cracking off. It's really making me frustrated. I love all of this hair. She has so much hair and I absolutely love it. It's so full and so curly and just so absolutely rock and roll. And I just adore her. I adore both of them. I love their faces. They're really great. I like that they're mermaids. I like that they stay as mermaids. I am in that camp of people that I don't need my mermaid dolls to transform. So I love the idea of mermaids. I just think that they really, really need to improve the displayability of the mermaids dolls and the functionality and the play of them too. Like, it's not just for collectors. Like, as a kid, I would want my dolls to be able to sit down, especially like to sit on the edge of the bathtub, because, you know, I don't necessarily want to put them in the water, but I did as a kid. I had mermaid dolls that had solid plastic tails like that did not move, but that's because they were intended as bath toys. And like, so they didn't want the extra joints in there to get the water and stuff in. But like, these are not intended as bath toys. So there's no really excuse, except for obviously in the winter waves, like it's a snow globe. So I get that portion of like not being the joint in the knee, and I'm not complaining about the no knee joint. Like, I don't mind that part. I just want a joint that in the waist that actually works like a waist joint. That's all. But so rant over. Moving on. So there are my 2 mermaids and my 1 mermaid high, and like I said, I have a 3rd mermaze on the way. Quick honorable mention, it's not really a fashion doll, and I have other like collectibles and stuff that I'm not including in this, but I don't know, I just kind of like to have her in this video. This is a fakie, so it's not a real pony, but it has these beautiful inset eyes, which real ponies don't have. So like, honestly, step up in my opinion. And it has mushrooms on her butt, which, fun fact about me, I'm actually allergic to mushrooms, but my best friend like really likes the aesthetic of mushrooms. So I don't know, we just found it funny, and she actually bought it for me from a antique mall. And yeah, I absolutely love her, and like I said, I consider her to be part of my doll collection. She's been sitting out in my living room with my oversized runway friend, and she just kind of hangs out there in the living room. All right, and then my next kind of obscure small collection is I have 2 of the Art Pop dolls. I have Nene and I have Andy. This was at a time when I was trying to tell myself I could only have 1 of each collection, which I still am, just monetarily wise, trying to limit that, but I just couldn't decide between these 2, so I bought both of them. So I haven't colored them in yet because it is quite a permanent thing, and I kind of like their like black and white part of them, but I do have their markers, and I may at some point color them in, but I haven't felt like it. I really like how they look as is. I do have her holding her sketch tool as part of like her accessories for her display, and I try to keep her purse on her, but she doesn't, it's heavy with all the beads in it, so she doesn't necessarily like to hold it too well. If we just kind of knock off her earring there. I know a lot of people did not like these dolls because of their proportions, but I personally really like their proportions. I like their oversized cartoony heads. They look like caricatures, which is a type of art, and because they're supposed to be like fun artsy dolls, I really like it. And I love that, you know, her name is Andy because she's supposed to be like Andy Warhol inspired, because she's like pop art, and I think they did a phenomenal job with the whole line. I wish I could have all 4 of them. Unfortunately, because they're so niche, I don't think they're going to stick around for a while. I hope I'm proven wrong. I hope that more come out, but I really like the Art Squad dolls. And like, glad to have a little bit more of a light that I can shine on them in this video. So I also have one of the Crybaby BFF dolls. And I actually really like them. I think she's really pretty. She's actually pretty heavy too. Like, she's sturdy. I do have one complaint though. Mine came with 2 of the same hand. And I did try to contact them about it and never got a response. So she still has 2 of the same hand. So, and this hand is dirty as F, and that's how it came. Like, I didn't do anything to her. Her hand looked like that, but thankfully she has these long sleeves, so you can't really even see it anyway. But that's why she's honestly, like, I think I would love her more, and she probably would have came with me and done some more fun things with me. But I kind of got discouraged because of the fact that she had 2 of the same hand, and I contacted them and I waited for a response and never got one. So super duper. But yeah, otherwise she's really adorable. I didn't keep her box, but I did keep the tube that she came with that has her stand in it. But I thought I had it right here, but it's not, so it's fine. She mostly stands on her own anyway, once you get her in the right spot, because she does have those nice flat feet. She's just very heavy. There we go. See, no hands. She's just very heavy, so it's hard to get her to settle. I also have Maylin here, which is actually a Disney store doll. I actually got mine from the Disney parks though, so she was a special version that came with a panda suit that she could change into, which I still have. I just don't have it on her right now, but yeah, there's Maylin. She's really cute. Now, I grew up playing with Barbies, but for my collection, I officially only have one, and it is this year's budget holiday Barbie. I have the brunette. I also have the blonde somewhere, but she's not currently dressed. So, because I was borrowing their dresses, that's the only reason I honestly even got them. But so yeah, so I grew up playing with Barbie. I love Barbie. I appreciate Barbie, but for my official collection, I only have one Barbie. Alright, so next is my Fidgie friends. So I have all 4 of them. I have 2 of them still in box. I was so excited for these, and I still am, and I still love these dolls, but literally they came out right as the Monster High dolls started coming out, and so these got put to the side, so that's why those 2 are still in the box. And this over here is, yes, an LOL surprise tub, but as you can see from here, I got it from Goodwill. So I don't have the dolls that came in the tub, but I wanted the tub, and right now it's where I store my mermaid Fidgie friends, because I don't have a place to display them because of their tails, and they don't come with stands. So, but I adore the Fidgie friends. I love how tactile they are. I love their tails for the 2 mermaids. Like, this one's squishy and this is squishy, and then so like the top half is a fashion doll, and then the bottom half is a fidget toy. And as someone who is very neurodivergent and has a lot of things that benefit from fidget toys, I really love these dolls. The concept of these dolls, I think they're beautiful. I think they're well executed. Like, I wish that I could just keep these in my pocket and bring them everywhere with me, because I love them so much. This one I have is a little derpy-eyed, but I don't care. I still absolutely adore her. I also love playing with her bracelets. I don't think that they were intended as part of the fidget, because like I said, mostly it's supposed to be in her tail and then the hairpiece they come with, but I love playing with her bracelets. But yeah, this is Watermellow, and this is Boba, and then I showed you I had the Dandelion one, Dandelion Wishes, and Unicorn Sparkles. So I have all 4 of them, but I've only opened 2 of them so far. And then they all live, or these 2 at least, live in my LOL surprise tub. And then this is actually a set that I got. I'm going to show you some Goodwill dolls in a second, but this is a set I got because I used to collect everything Frozen, absolutely everything Frozen that was coming out. I did have to stop doing that, but I have a large collection of Frozen dolls at my mom's house in my old bedroom. I do have a few of them here with me, but most of them are still at home. But I had to have this set because it's the only set that I've ever seen with the parents in it. So I got this set from Target. It was intended to be a stay in the box set for me, but the box did get ruined. It fell behind the shelving unit and just slid all the way down, and just the box got destroyed. So they may eventually come out of the box, but for now they are hanging out in here. But it's because I really wanted the parents, and I'd never seen them as dolls before. My thrift dolls actually are both, so I'll keep them in here, are both Frozen dolls as well. So I have this one here. She needs some help. And she's a toddler doll. She's not really a fashion doll, but I still kind of consider her to be part of my dolls that I've collected specifically this year. And then I also, a really good find at the thrift store was an Elsa that is this one. Yes, so this one I found at the thrift store. This is actually the singing doll. I'm not going to play it for you because she's turned off right now. The way I found out she was a singing doll, because I was buying her anyway because she's gorgeous. She had all of her accessories. She was a couple bucks, but I realized that like this elbow had a joint in it. And I was like, why does this elbow not have a joint in it? That's weird. That's because that's the trigger arm. And if you look here, so there's the speaker box here on her back. This actually, I think it's funny. It's in a little heart shape. And then there's this switch here on her side that turns her on and off. And she actually has like all these like layers of clothes on and everything. So she's actually like a really, really good quality doll. And I got her, that's why she doesn't have a review on my channel though, because I got her from the Goodwill and she was already out of the box and everything. But like she does not look played with at all. She looks brand new. She even has like this necklace and everything. So yeah, she was a really good find. I also have this doll. So this doll is, as you can see, she's much taller. She's more like she's like an 18-inch doll. She is a perfectly Princess Tea Party Aurora. So she's, I haven't done a review of her. She's been sitting here for a while. Because she's a little bit different than the other dolls in my collection, and she's not something you can still get. She's actually exclusive to a tea party that they had at Disney World that they no longer do. That was like a really expensive like children's birthday party type event. And like all the girls would go home with one of these Auroras. I actually got her brand new in the box, but because she was intended as a gift item, she doesn't come in like a fancy box. She comes in this like plain white cardboard because she's a giveaway item. So I think that they would give them to them completely out of the box. But yeah, I looked her up and was a very expensive event to go to and to get these from. So I was going to talk about that and stuff in the review if I do one of her, but I just haven't had the time with as much of the stuff that's coming out that actually is related to content on my channel. So then this next doll I actually got, as you can see from the bag, at Universal Studios, which I thought was so cool, like super awesome that I found like this doll at like a theme park and like she was so cool. But then it comes to find out that she's actually really old, like she was the last vestiges of ones that were still available. And actually shortly after I got her, they stopped being available at Universal, even on top of that too. So that's also part of why I haven't opened her, because she's a much older doll. She's not really in the current market, but I just absolutely adore her. I love her face. I of course got the more gothic one, the purples and blacks, the ones that come with that's Maro, and her name is Jaslyn. And I will eventually open her, but for now she's been staying in her box. It's so cute, and I love her. Now I believe that's the end, from what I can tell, of my like kind of random small collection dolls that I have. So I'm actually going to go ahead and move on to my final collection, which is my Monster High collection. I lied, I have one more obscure doll. This is an Ahsoka Tano special edition doll that they sold in the parks and at the Disney store. She also will eventually come out of the box, but she's just so pretty in the box that I just haven't been able to muster up taking her out. So this section I'm going to do a little bit different than the others because my Monster High are the only ones that I actually have on a proper shelves on a display, and I really don't feel like moving all of them. So we're just going to kind of take a trip over there. Before we just want to show you these couple ones. So these two are part of a 4 dolls that I have of the original Monster High G1 dolls that were sent to me by a friend that I still cannot believe to this moment that were actually just sent to me from a friend. Like, she is da bomb. And we'll talk more about the other two, and I will eventually do reviews of these two as well, especially because I have a lot to say when I open Abby, because G3 Abby, when we see her in the show and I need her as a doll, I literally lost my mind. It hurt. I was screaming so loud when I saw her. I need her as a doll for G3 when, but so I have Gulia, Abby, and Frankie from the roller maze. These were sent to me because the boxes were not in good condition, and so she was she was getting rid of her collection, and these boxes weren't in good condition, so she was willing to give these ones to me because I had some Monster High dolls stolen, so she was helping me restore my collection. So very much appreciated, love them, cannot wait to add them to my collection. I mean, they are part of my collection, but you know what I mean. Yeah, some of my favorite characters, to be honest. So this one here is Perry and Pearl. She is one of my other very few G1 original dolls that are actually from the originals. Funny story with her, with them, is I actually found them in person at a convention out of the box with less accessories than they have here. And my friend and I were looking at them, and she was like, oh wow, that's a really like rare one, I can't believe you found it, like that's awesome. And the guy was like, oh yeah, she's rare, so and he literally doubled the price right in front of us. So we were like, no thank you, and walked away. And then my friend actually found them for even cheaper than the original price he was asking for, with more accessories, online, and bought them for me as a gift. So I really appreciate her on that one. And then this one back here is my Gliope. She means a lot to me. She is my first, she's technically the first like in-hand G1 doll that I had. I had her in hand when we were looking at those. I bought her in the box. I took her out immediately. I spent a lot of money on her, but like, I stan her so much. I love how she's huge and she's just gorgeous, and I love absolutely everything about Gliope. I even have like a cosplay that's like inspired by her. I don't have one exactly of her because of how like unique this like fabric is, but like I have like a Ren Fair style inspired outfit from her because I just adore her so much. I actually have a second I also got for my friend because she got her for restyling. So I'm actually, her hair is washed, that's why it's like this, and I've already sanded her legs so they're a little bit lighter color than the others, and that's why she's kind of sitting back here, because she is going to get redone to look like Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil, because I cosplay Lady D and I love her, and this is the perfect doll for making a Lady D, so she will eventually become that. I just haven't had time to film and all that stuff, and I took so much time trying to sand these because I was trying to sand off all these like goo shapes, but I decided because she's gonna have like a full-length white dress that I didn't need to sand all of the goo off, so I will get to her eventually, but for now she just kind of sits back here. Now for my G3 dolls. I have all of the mainline G3 dolls except for one. I do not have the Budget dolls, but the only mainline dolls I do not have is Cleo from the sleepover set. That is because I have not found her in stores yet near me. Hopefully soon, but I have not found her in the store yet. So I have them and them, but I have every single core doll. I have the Coffin Bean set, I have the Gorganizer, and I have the 6-pack. The 6-pack was the hardest for me to get because that was ordered first. I ordered it the same time that everybody else ordered it, but it got sent to the wrong address. and the person who got sent to refused to return it to me, so it got stolen, and that's why I then got some G1 dolls. So I mean, it's not the end of the world, but this was literally the hardest thing for me to get, was this 6-pack. I am excited for the Skulltimate Secret sets. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do with all of the lockers, because they're definitely not going to fit up here. I'm just going to end up fitting all the dolls up here. And I originally wasn't going to buy the play sets, but I wanted the little babies that came with it so bad. So I got the Coffin Bean, and it's fine because it goes with the Coffin Bean play set. Goes with the Coffin Bean doll set, sorry, that I have. So it's fine. It enhances my display. I don't know how I feel about the car or the bedroom set yet. I'll have to see them in person before I decide if I'm getting them or not. Also, if you can see behind them, that cardboard there, that's actually from Spirit Halloween. So I had a friend who got that for me after Spirit closed, that has the J3 dolls on it. So it has Frankie, Claudine, and Draculaura. And this was that actually was showed up at Spirits before the dolls actually came out. So that was kind of like one of our first previews of the dolls coming out. So I'm very, very thankful that my friend was able to get that for me. It's something special that I have in my collection that's kind of unique, that not everybody has. So I don't know. Honestly, I haven't seen anybody else say that they have it. So I'm very, very proud to own that. And you can't really see it, but it's because it's back there, so it stays safe, and I don't want to knock everybody over to pull it out. Also, these aren't dolls, but I do have the ornament / plushies that they sold at Walmart for a hot second. I was able to find all of them right away. And also this here I found at Goodwill. I don't have any Ever After High dolls, but this is like one of those like secret journals that literally comes with like the key and everything, and it like talks to you when you open it up. It's kind of cute, and I don't know, it was really random, and I'd never seen it before, so I decided to grab it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the Book of Destiny or whatever they call it. I don't remember. I'm not really that into Ever After High. Just a little thing that I have there. This is also my empty boxes from the ones that I've decided I still want to keep the boxes of, but I just don't have, but I want to keep the dolls out of them. So I'm just, yeah, it's a mess. It's fine. Sorry, I've been doing a lot of talking, but hopefully we're getting towards the end here. So this is Spectra. She's from the Ghouls Alive series. Her functions do not work. Like, I cannot get her lights to work. Her springs were too rusted out. But that's one of the ones that was given to me by a friend. This is the winter holiday Draculaura. She was also really hard for me to find. I almost got her at the release from Mattel Creations, but she ended up selling out too fast. Because I was able to get the monster dolls, I wasn't worried about her selling out too fast, but she ended up doing, but I think it was because they had a limited stock because they were spreading them out. So it took me a while before I was able to get her at retail, because I was determined I would not spend more than retail on her, because retail was already like $40, which is already a lot for a doll. So I waited and waited, and I finally got her like right at Christmas. Like, she arrived Christmas Eve. So, but I have her, and I'm happy to have her. These are my minis that I've opened so far. These two actually that are sitting on top were from Goodwill. That's how I even found out that these existed, was I found both of those at Goodwill. And then I bought the rest of these off of Amazon, actually. And there is the rest of the crate over here, the ones that are still not open, that I will be eventually opening. And because I filmed those are just not posted, but I have videos of them. Again, if you want to see them, just let me know. And these are the artwork from each of the doll boxes. I took those out. Up here are duplicates of my favorite dolls. So I have Draculaura and Laguna, and then behind them should be, this is Twyla. So funny story with Twyla is this is actually the replacement doll. So my Twyla, if you watch the video of her hand broke off when I was recording that video. And so I contacted Mattel, and they sent me a whole brand new Twyla. So they sent me a new Twyla. There is Claudine. So This Claudine I actually have because she's a variant. So as you can see, she has the striped shirt, and the one that I originally have is the crescent moon shirt. I don't know which one's rarer. I think the claw shirt is the original style that we're going to go with because that's what's in the artwork. And so I think the claw shirt is the technically rare one because going forward, I think they're going to just continue to produce the crescent moons, but I don't know. And then there is my inbox Laguna, and behind her should be inbox Frankie. I don't want to knock everything over. Yeah. There's my inbox Frankie. Sorry, I'm not gonna pull them all the way out because I just don't want to make a mess. Now, like I said, so I have Twyla. I kept her in the box because she is actually one of my favorites. But I didn't actually buy her. I was given her as MGA as a replacement for this one's broken hand. And then actually back here, this Draculaura came with her knee busted out. Well, not busted out, I should say. It didn't release properly from the mold, so she has extra plastic around her knee so it doesn't move properly. But when I contacted them, they were like, so we could replace it, but the only replacement we have is more Twylas, which I think you already have. And I was like, yeah, I do already have Twyla. So instead they actually refunded me for them, which is really awesome. I actually got them on sale from Walmart for $60 instead of the original $124. So I considered buying a second set at $45, but I don't need them. I'm okay with just having the one set on my shelf. It was just very tempting because I had these all dressed in Christmas outfits, and I didn't want to take them off, but like, it's okay. Like, I'm happy with the ones that I have. Also, something I didn't notice until I was changing them back into their school spirit outfits is look at the megaphone. It's shaped like the skelet the whole way through. Even the little end at the other side is shaped like the skelet. I thought that was crazy. My only major complaint with all of these is that the plastic parts are like too heavy for their joints. So they just like kind of collapse on themselves, but it's fine. And Deuce didn't come with any sunglasses. So he's wearing some Ken sunglasses because he had to be wearing something and I didn't want to cover his face with the mask. So, cause those goggles are supposed to be Claudine's, safety goggles. Like, cause she wears glasses. So she has to have sports goggles. So she does. And her casket ball is currently missing somehow. It rolled away from my desk. I have it here somewhere. I have to have it. But, it rolled off of my desk and I haven't been able to find it. So, here, like I said, are my two, slumber parties that I've been able to find so far. And their little pets down here. The Coffin Bean series, the Gorgonizer Draculaura, and then all of the core dolls. So I have them kind of sorted. I have sorry, it's hard to hold my phone, so that's why I keep pulling that out. I have the 3 best ghouls. Then I have the 2 best ghouls because they're supposed to be friends in this new version. Every time I move her, Tut goes tumbling. No matter what position I put them in, Tut does not like to stay up on the shelf for some reason. I don't know what his deal is. And then I put Twyla here, so she's kind of like right in front of the sleepover dolls. And then these are the 3 exclusives. So the Amazon exclusive, the Target exclusive, and the Walmart exclusive and the Target exclusive. Which Toralei is my least favorite character, but she was the hardest one of these dolls for me to find. Deuce, I have from Amazon. He is from the release where his phone has Laguna's sticker on it. I don't know if they ever fixed that. But my one is from Wave. Like, all of these are from like Wave 1, basically day 1, with the exception of Toralei. Still Wave 1, but not day 1, because she took me a little bit to find because my Walmarts are terrible around here with getting stuff, especially Monster High stuff. They still don't really have anything in stock consistently. Like, most of my dolls came from Target. I think my duplicate Claudine may have come from a Walmart where I finally found her with the Claude shirt. But yeah, she's the only one that I have because as a duplicate because of her variant. The other ones I have as duplicates are because one, this one was a replacement, and then Draculaura, Laguna, and Frankie are my 3 favorites, and I want to be able to play with my dolls without having any like concern for the fact that like they wouldn't be in pristine condition anymore. So I specifically bought an extra set of them. I ordered Draculaura, Laguna, and Frankie from Entertainment Earth because I knew I could guarantee that that meant that they would be good in-box condition. And then I end up finding the last portion. So if you can kind of tell, I kind of have to... I have it kind of sorted as G3 at the bottom, G1 at the top. I just don't have as much G1, so that's why I have the G3 in a box at the top as well. But I have the Laguna Haute Couture doll. She's the only Haute Couture I have, but of the original design ghouls, she is my favorite, so I'm okay with that. Again, same thing with Creep Production. She's the only one I have is Laguna. I wish that so in my area we never got Draculaura, so I never got the other 3 because I only wanted either the complete set or just Laguna, and I regret that terribly because I did not know it was going to be a single release. I thought they were going to be new playline and they were going to be available, so I should have picked up Frankie and Claudine when they were in my hand, but I didn't. Instead I picked up a second Laguna and repainted her, and then I have the black and white Laguna, the black and white Draculaura, and I also have black and white Frankie. We'll get to her in a second. And I wanted to keep all 3 of their boxes, but 2 out of 3 of them came with absolutely crushed boxes because I did have to order them from Walmart.com because Walmart never, ever, ever stocked them. And they kept going on Walmart.com for insanely ridiculous high reseller prices. But every once in a while they would show up at retail, and the second they showed up at retail, I bought them. Which is also why I still don't have Claudine because she never showed up at retail. So, the only box I was able to keep was the Real Trauma Laguna. She's the only one that came in good condition. All 3 of their posters are sitting in the box though. And then back there is my my roller maze, Frankie, that was also part of the gift. That there is from Goodwill. That's, so you squeeze the little bow and it like rolls the thing in the center and it's supposed to like say different things. And then these are from Spirit Halloween. These are little fangs for the Draculaura costume. I have the Draculaura costume and I have the Frankie costume. This is the posters from the roller maze doll, and then this is a ball jointed doll, again by Quirky Critters. This is one of her older dolls. And like I said, I can do a video on those if you guys are interested in them. I think that's everything that's over here. The only thing that's left are these 3 over here. And the reason these 3 are over here, number 1, like these 2 are my only dolls I've been able to get for the these are the only 2 Skeletor dolls that I've been able to get. I was able to get the Haute Couture, but for Skeletor, these are the only ones I've been able to get so far. So the reason that they're over here like this, and specifically the placement that they are and everything else, is because there was a event at Universal. It was called the Dead Coconut Club. This is actually the drink menu from it. They had a special event for Halloween where they had this Coconut Club open. It doesn't open otherwise. They have a Christmas version that probably just finished wrapping up, but there was a Halloween version, and towards the end of the season they brought Dracula and the Frankenstein monsters in as meet and greet characters, and I had never met any of those characters as meet and greet characters, and those are some of my all-time favorite like fictional characters, and I just was blown away. And there was one night I got to go dressed as Frankie to meet Bride and Frankenstein. Unfortunately, it was before these 2 were delivered, so I did not have my dolls with me, but I was dressed as Frankie and I got to go meet them, and it was one of the most magical moments of my entire life. Bride was just so nice. It was one of just like the best moments ever. I was literally like squealing the whole time and like just freaking out And despite the fact that they don't talk, like I could just tell that they appreciated my outfit as much as I appreciated seeing them, and it was just so much fun. And so I actually have a picture that I will hopefully put right about now. And as you can see, it this is kind of attempted to have them posed like that because that was such a special moment for me. So me is Frankie in the middle and then them on the sides, and it was so much fun and something I always want to remember, and to be able to like basically be able to encapsulate that into dolls, and dolls that I already would have loved anyway, because like Bride and Frankenstein are some of my favorite dolls in my entire collection. Like, they are so cool, but then to also have this like very special memory be able to be attached to them. Unfortunately, they got delivered a little too late, so they were I did have them. I do have some pictures of them in the Coconut Club, but unfortunately the day when after I got them, when I went to go see them, they did not make an appearance that night. So I was not able to like actually show these dolls to them, but still, like, I can still associate these dolls with that memory, especially because I can like pose them and put them kind of in that position, and like, I don't know, they just mean a lot to me and I love them very much. This behind them is just an empty box. However, I do actually have a second set of the dolls that I'm still not sure what I want to do with them yet. I originally bought them to help out a friend, but then they also managed to get a set of them, so I didn't need it for that friend anymore. But I have other friends who want them that would be willing to buy them from me, but I don't know that I want to sell them, especially because I have these two out of the box, and I kind of want to keep a set in the box too, but they're also really expensive, so I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to do yet, but I do technically have two sets. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. We went through 130 dolls. I absolutely cannot believe that I have that many dolls and that I got that many dolls in like 6 months. No wonder I am drowning. So yeah, I don't recommend doing what I did. I had a lot of help along the way, and I now can't really buy dolls as they're coming out because I bought so many dolls at once. And I love every doll that I have. I don't regret any of them. But just be careful. And what I did to get most of these dolls, 98% of them, I got them on sale. 2% of them I got as they were coming out because they really wanted them. More like 95 now. Probably about 95% I got on sale. The other 5% mostly being my Monster High collection and a couple of my newer Rainbow High dolls. I got on sale when I could get them. So that's how I recommend doing it. That's, you know, how I have so many so quickly, was mostly doing lots of sales, finding the clearance dolls, hunting, doing Target. Like, literally I would look on Amazon, I would find they would go on sale on Amazon, and then I would go to Target and I'd find one with a good face, and then I'd have them price match to the cheaper price on Amazon. Like, do what you got to do to get those deals. That's the best way to collect. And buy what you love. Don't just buy it to buy it. If you're a completionist, that's fine. Like, for my Monster High, I'm a completionist. I'm going to get everyone. I'm going to get that Claudine eventually. I'm going to get the Skelectimate Secret when it comes out. Like, if you want to complete it, complete it. But if you don't just do it because other people are doing it. Buy the ones you love. Buy the ones that call to you. Because in the end of the day, it's your collection. And you want to have the dolls that you love in your collection, that you want to see on your shelves every day. And, yeah. Also, I'm watching Angelosa in between. And I'm now going to go edit this very long video that has killed my entire phone. And hopefully we'll be able to save this video and upload it without having to delete literally everything off of my phone. So wish me luck, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.